Welcome to the Special Effects Show at Universal Studios Hollywood! Hey! I am Susan. Today we're going to behind-the-scenes look at how we make movie magic. As you probably know, the word movie is a nickname for moving pictures. And in the early days of filmmaking, it must have truly seemed like magic. In the late 1800s, the Pettibone Brothers Manufacturing Company produced magic lanterns, like this one, which were widely used by traveling showmen, projecting images onto white backdrops. Imagine for a moment what that must have been like. You're sitting in a dark tent, suddenly the white backdrop is revealed and a single image appears. Then, when seen in the right order, in the right light and at the right speed, those images seem to come to life to create a magical new world. On this location for the last 100 years. In that time, we've turned out some of the most memorable film moments in Hollywood history.
Hold on to your butts.
The basic concept of the filmmaking process has remained the same, to make you, the audience, believe that everything you see is real.
Today's filmmakers have more tools than ever before. High-tech cameras, super fast computers, but they still rely on a category of effects so distinctive, they're known as special.
And the earliest form of special effects are called practical effects, and those are done right on set in front of the camera. Our first example of practical effects, models. Check out the opening from Universal's 1932 version of The Mummy. It utilizes miniature effects. You can tell that's a scale model because looking closely at the real pyramids, they don't say The Mummy. See? In 1999, Universal rebooted the Mummy franchise, and the Sphinx from the opening shot of that movie is this actual model right here. And the attention to detail is incredible. Further proof that models are still a great way to fool the camera, right, Susan?
Absolutely. Another filmmaking tool that also fools the camera is the glass mat. In the terrifying film The Birds, the brilliant Alfred Hitchcock had matte paintings created to achieve the eerie look he wanted for the town of Bodega Bay. Take a look at the side screens. In this literal bird's eye view of the town, only the fire and the parking lot were real. Everything else was hand-painted on glass to create a mat and then dropped in front of the camera. And then the footage of the birds was incorporated to complete the effect.
So we've shown you two forms of practical effects so far, first models and now the glass mat.
And there's also a category of practical effects that involves performers and not just props. Practical stunts!
Somebody say stunts!
Please welcome our special effects show stunt department!
Yeah! That was awesome! Robert comes flying down on this side. You got Brian zipping in over here. How come you and I don't get an awesome entrance like these guys?
Because we're wearing nice clothes. You may not know their faces, but you have seen their work in countless television and movie projects, sometimes as stunt doubles for some of your favorite stars. We have Brian Combs here, Nate Mitchell, and our stunt coordinator, Robert Brown. Welcome, gentlemen. Robert, is it safe to say that stunt performers almost always double for actors when there's a fight scene?
Oh, absolutely, Susan. Actors do not like getting kicked in the face.
Kicked in the face?
Yeah, like this.
Is he okay? okay? Okay, good. You guys can get set up. When staging a fight, the art of illusion is very important. All the moves have to be realistic enough to fool the camera, but without getting anybody injured. So the performers have to make it look believable. Now let me set our scene. Exterior, dark alley, dead of night. A couple of nefarious characters are hanging around. Ready and action!
Hey man, you spare a dollar? Get over here! Hey look man, calm down! Get over here! No, where do you think you're going? Get him!
Let's hear it for our stunt department! Outstanding! Needless to say, this isn't the type of thing any of our friends out there should try at home, right?
That's correct.
Great job, guys. Don't worry, they will be back. Did you notice the sound effects in that last scene?
Yeah.
All those dynamic punches, the dumpster hits.
Uh-huh.
What do we call those added sounds?
We call that Foley. Now you might know Foley is the process of adding sound effects to movies after they're done filming, but do you know its origins? Jack Foley wore many hats, a silent movie director, writer of westerns, even a stunt double. But when he started doing sound effects for Universal back in the 20s, that's when he really made a name for himself. For over 30 years, Foley worked in Soundstage 10 right here on the Universal lot. And if he couldn't recreate a sound effect in that soundstage, he just went out and got it. Inventing a technique called direct-to-picture, Foley and his small crew would record all of the sound effects for a finished movie in one single take. The synchronization with the movements of that film had to be perfect because one mistake meant they started over from the beginning. Here to help show us that art of Foley, give it up for our first volunteers!
Our family from El Paso.
Yeah, welcome gang! Thank you so much for helping us out today. They're gonna help demonstrate how the simple items on this table can be repurposed to sound like something completely different than what you might think. For example, in Foley, a water bottle could be used to articulate the sounds of breaking bones. Something like this, check it out. You kids can try that at home, parents love it. All right, let's see what they have to Foley. It's from the movie Identity Thief, starring Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy. Now, while you watch, keep one eye on the scene itself, but make sure you look right next to it at the Universal Foley artists hard at work. Check it out.
Now I have a plan.
See? Just like that. Piece of cake, right, you guys? Yeah, you got this. Quick recap of the sound effects so everyone's caught up to speed. Angelina, you, my dear, have the crash box filled with loud items. When she spins this, it's going to simulate the crash sounds into that bookshelf and over the chair. We have some shoes glued to sticks for any of the running in the scene. Robert rolled up paper, wrapped tightly in tape, and a cutting board for those body falls onto the ground. Perfect. Boxing gloves on sticks. RJ for that throat punch and those face smacks there. And then last but not least, Carlos, the cowbell and the mallet for that panini hit to the back of the head. And Isabel, this is where I think you have the hardest one up here because you need to make these 2 pair of handcuffs sound like only 1 pair of handcuffs. Can you handle the most difficult one?
Right.
Yeah, well, of course you can. You're a mom, right? Yeah, you got this. All right, you guys look ready. You want to give it a shot? I love it. You're ready. I know my booth is ready, so let's do Family Foley. Take 1. Rolling, sound, speeding, and action. Follow me. Not bad, right? Now comes our favorite part, though, taking the actual dialogue and music from that scene, but now laying over their Foley track we just recorded live. And I'll see if I need to grab you guys some applications, so let's line up right here. Turn around. Everybody check out these side screens.
Get over here and give me a wrist. Okay? Now I have a plan.
Oh! You like that? Like it, girl? Sandy? Sandy. Ow!
Brilliant! It was beautiful! Take a bow, you guys.
Yes, thank you so much, you guys. Well done. While Universal has made great films in every genre, the studio really made a mark over the years, creating some of the industry's most terrifying thriller and horror films. Let's take a peek. Emerging from the shadows just behind me are the stars of our horror family, some of the classic Universal monsters. We have maquettes of Dracula, Chucky and his bride, Michael Myers, Imhotep from the Mummy, Phantom of the Opera, and Mother Bates. The perfect setting for our next demonstration.
Everyone give a warm welcome to Sue. Say hi, Sue. Right in the center.
Sue.
Perfect, there we go.
Sue was picked for her very impressive scream.
I've heard it.
Sue, let's say that you were face to face with Norman Bates. Let's all hear how you would scream!
Yeah! Have you been murdered before? That was great. No?
No. As you saw in that fight earlier, stunt performers have to have a very high pain threshold. So my question is, do you?
Well, Sue, do you?
Because this next demonstration involves movie blood. Does anyone know what Alfred Hitchcock used for movie blood in the original Psycho? Shout it out. I heard it right away, chocolate syrup.
Done. See, Psycho was a black and white movie, so they could use chocolate syrup back then. But nowadays, movie blood does have to be much more realistic.
Thank you for giving us a hand.
Literally! Now remember, kids, do not try this at home, okay?
Try it at a friend's house. All right, put your right hand on the table, Sue.
Whichever hand you don't want.
That'll do. All right, ready? And
Wait!
scream!
Let's not use the machete.
Sue, I'm totally kidding, okay? I am not going to use a machete. I have a sharper knife.
Perfect.
Take a look at the side screen. Scream on three, Sue. 1, 2, 3! She's okay. Yay! This is a classic cinematic horror technique, a Hollywood blood knife. Take a look. This is a false blade with a cutout for her arm that comes out of the handle, like that. Meanwhile, I am squeezing movie blood from this bulb back here so that it comes out of a tube right where the notch is, so it looks like it's bleeding right from her arm. Give it up for Sue!
Yeah, you killed it, love. Oh, put your phone in there. Yeah, nicely done. You were amazing. Oh, no. Shoot. It's in this pocket here. Sorry, I got blood on my nice pants.
Okay, well, Sue, we'll get your phone out, because remember, I promised you a photo. You can come with me right over here. And if you want to set up the camera, I will take your picture on our stage. Perfect. Let me pose you with our classic Universal monsters. Give a spotlight right down here. And on 3, let's hear that amazing scream one more time, Sue. Ready? 1, 2, 3. She's okay. Come with me. Michael, go home. Sue, you should have seen your face. We can't. Take a look. Look at that perfect horror photo. Everybody give it up for Sue one more time. computer, specifically motion capture. So to help me demonstrate mocap, welcome back my co-host, Ryan!
Yeah, this is happening! Oh, those poor children. Hi.
Oh my, let's activate our perimeter sensors, please. The dots on his suit reflect light to our sensors, which then goes into our computer and captures all of...
Sorry, sir.
all of Ryan's movements. I think we're ready here. Let's see the capture on our screens. Now the computer connects the dots on his suit and creates the digital skeleton that you see. You can do a T-pose. Perfect. We always start with this T-pose to mark the beginning of each take. That way it is easier for us to go... Ryan!
Sorry. The suit is tight.
We can see.
Oh, okay, cool.
Take your left hand, touch the tip of your nose. Good, and now your right hand. And let's do both arms one more time. We start with some simple movements so that we can calibrate our system. And you can relax your arms. Next, we do full body movements. Start with jumping jacks. Great, in a little bit you can just jog in place.
You got it.
So digital animators will start with this skeleton. Then they can change the aspect ratio, add a wireframe on top. Finally, they can add skins. Using this technology, we can turn Ryan and his movements into anything that we want. So, Ryan, we have turned you into a cuddly, friendly teddy bear.
I'm a bear.
But you're not just any teddy bear. You are the star of Universal's Ted.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, you're waiting outside a nightclub.
I got close.
Oh yeah? Let's do some more then.
Alright, get ready, Susan. Yeah, tell you what, here's a little something for the ladies.
Ryan, you channeled the inner Ted.
Yeah, sorry, everybody.
Ted, what do you think of the show so far?
That's why I watch these things. It's like a cool behind-the-scenes thing that you wouldn't know.
Thunder Buddies, Ted?
Thunder Buddies for life.
Aw, let's hear it for Ted and Ryan. Fun fact, Seth MacFarlane had a modified mocap suit made by Phil Tippett Studios so that he could act and direct at the same time. Let's take a look at the genius behind Ted.
We were able to do Ted in a completely lifelike way and to use technology in a way that it really hasn't been used to date. What that technology does so well is it takes fantastical characters and makes them as realistic in movement as possible.
As far as technology has come with CGI, visual effects, some things just look better when they're real. Like fire. Let's take a look at fire stunts in some Universal films. One of the most exciting and dangerous aspects of filmmaking is undoubtedly a fire stunt. And we're gonna bring back out our top-notch stunt department to show you how they execute a live fire burn. Brian in the center is the performer we will be setting on fire. We have our coordinator Robert and Nate acting as our safeties. If you look at Brian's face, you may be wondering, is he so nervous that he's sweating profusely? That is protective fire gel that he's got on all of his exposed skin areas. You may know what it's like if you miss a spot with sunscreen. Imagine if you miss a spot while on fire. Before we fuel, we check our extinguishers in case of a premature ignition.
Susan, we're ready to fuel.
Copy that?
Nate, are you ready? Yes, sir. Brian, are you ready? Fueling.
At the completion of the shot, Brian will make his way to this fire blanket where he will be extinguished. At that point, we are looking for a thumbs up that he is okay. If Brian gives us a thumbs down, that is an alert to get our medical team involved. Now these are trained professionals using very special equipment. This is not the type of thing anyone should ever think about trying on their own. Brian is going to burn for up to 10 seconds. So I will leave it to our booth to set the lights in the house for the shot. We will set our clock to 0 on the side screens. We will begin that clock as soon as he is lit. By our coordinator, Robert, we ask everyone to please remain in your seats for the duration of the stunt. At this point, I think we are moments away. Whenever you're ready, Robert.
Thank you, Susan. Nate, are you ready?
Ready?
Brian, are you ready to burn?
Ready.
Ready and action!
Lighting. You're lit.
10 seconds. 13.
You're up.
He's okay, everybody! And for almost 19 seconds, keeping on more our stunt coordinator, Robert Brown, our safety, Dave Mitchell, and the man we set on fire, Brian Combs. Well, it is certainly hard to top that, but we're going to try with our final demonstration to create a scene that is truly out of this world. With the help of our final volunteers, Jan and Christina, come on up. Give them a big round of applause, everybody. From the Czech Republic, right? Welcome, welcome. Jan, obviously you are playing an astronaut in our scene here. Do you have any fear of heights? No, perfect answer. So I'm going to hand you to our coordinator, Robert. He's going to put your helmet on you. And Christina, you can stand right here on this mark, okay? Now, boy, do I have a surprise for you. Coming in is our Fisher flying rig. It's a very sophisticated computer-controlled cable system that creates the illusion of flight. Now, that sounds complicated. Don't worry, there's an app for that, okay? So I will show everyone how it works. We are going to use this to move him up and down, okay? We're going to use the grid to move you on wherever you want, as fast as you want, okay? She is excited. All right, I'm going to reset this for you. We're enabled. I will tell you what to do the whole time, okay? Are you and Jan, are you dating or married or together? Boyfriend and girlfriend. How long have you been together? About half a year? Congratulations! For the first time in half a year, you get to be in charge of the remote control. You're welcome, Christina. All right, so Jan, we're just double checking your wires here, all right? All right, you're ready to go. Do you have any final words for your girlfriend? He said he loves you very much. And he said he wants to take you shoe shopping in Beverly Hills tomorrow. Wow. Oh, money is no object. Okay. Let's get our backlight up. We're going to use rear projection as the effect for the shot. Jan, you're going to face us. Okay, okay. He's ready. So Christina, just let's take him up. So press this right here. Bring him halfway up, right to there. Good. That's perfect. Okay, Jan, welcome to space. You're doing great. Just don't touch the wires, okay? Yeah, exactly. No, don't fall. Oh, I'm sorry, Jan. Get your shoulders all the way back, okay? Without pulling at the wires. Nope. Try again, Jan. All the way back with those shoulders. Yes, yes, exactly. You look very natural up there. You're dating him. Let's move it forward. So press the square here and drag it right into here. That is perfect. All right, Jan, wave at the screen now. That's all our shot is, okay? No. You fell again. Let's try it again. You can take him back to here, all right? Just reset it. Jan, don't give up, Jan. I'm going to help you, all right? Just keep those shoulders back. You just keep doing what you're doing, Jan. You look amazing. Okay, now you can take him a little higher if you want. This is where you're going to have a little fun, Christina. We'll see how the relationship is going. That might be a little too much fun. Christina, let's bring him down. Let's bring him back to where he was, all right? All right, we'll try the shot again. Jan! Oh, she got carried. Jan! Okay, we have to stop everything, so just hold full stop, right? Hold that down. Jan, you're going to land right here, okay? She doesn't care about you, but I do, okay? Give him a big round of applause, everybody. Remember that. Jan, come back. Christina, I have to take this away from you. You two need some counseling. I'm going to send this to our booth. All right, they're going to take it. Just stay right here. Jan, you're coming down. Keep your shoulders back. Shoulders back. Yes. Beautiful. Come with me, Christina. I'm so sorry. Why don't you stay right here, okay? Stay right here. Jan, you landed. You did it, kinda. Let me help you with your helmet here, okay? Remember, special effects are all about you believing believing everything you see is real.